you go to Chicago. Obviously, Michael Jordan is God in Chicago.
For sure. Yeah.
And you don't want to be the guy that, man, I did something to MJ.
For sure. Not.
What was it like? What was it like going to Chicago, playing after MJ had just won 6 championships in 8 years?
Well, it was incredible, man, because that was my favorite team. Like, MJ, I would watch his defense when I was a kid.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, his offense was great, but his defense was incredible. He's one of the best defenders ever.
Right.
On a wing.
Yes.
And that made me want to be like MJ on defense, and I will always remember that. It wasn't really his offense.
Right.
Then I go get drafted to Chicago, my favorite team. This is like Trae Young going to Cleveland, LeBron.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or Booker with Kobe.
Right.
So then I go to Chicago. I was like, amazing. I'm saying I'm competitive. So what I'm saying is I'm gonna win a title here, somehow. And that's what I wanted to do. And I remember Jerry Krause, R.I.P. Jerry Krause. He would say, Ron, we're gonna get number 7, and we're gonna wipe out the other 6. Now, I don't want to wipe out the other 6.
Right.
I just want to get number 7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So Jerry Krause, because MJ and all the guys had shaded him, he didn't feel he'd get the credit that he deserved. He felt one title with someone other than Jordan,
for sure,
would mean more than those 6.
Yeah, for sure.
And you like, I don't want to be a part of that. I just want to add. I ain't trying to wipe away nothing.
Well, yeah, he had me thinking we gonna get number 7, and me, I'm a team player.
Right.
So I'm like, really? So what? You know, the other 6? Okay, this is what we doing. This is what we gonna try to do, huh?
Right.
Let's try to get number 7. And he really wanted me to stay there.
Right.
He saw a lot in me.
Right.
And I used to be so discouraged because I was only averaging 11 and 12.
Right.
And later in my career, I was at 20.
Right.
And he said, yo, you're gonna be straight. I was so frustrated, missing shots,
right,
not winning, and losing 60 games.
Right.
Breaking stuff in the locker room. And he'd be like, you gotta relax. He said, you gonna be great. Trust me. That's what he tell me all the time.
Right.
And I didn't believe it at that time.
So what was like playing for Tim Floyd?
Tim was I think he was a college coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, he did teach me amazing tips on defense.
Right.
I always give him credit.
Right.
He one of the reasons I was locking people up in the NBA.
Right.
But then when it came to, and I don't think he had a lot of power also.
Right.
That's the other thing.
Right.
He couldn't really do what he wanted to do. And people
Jerry
don't
Krause
talk
had
about
all
that. Play this guy, play
Right.
that guy, for sure.
You're in Chicago. You make a 13-hour drive back to New York. Why?
I just needed to be back in Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would go back. We don't have a practice one day. I just drive. I go to the hood for like 10 hours and then drive back. And this was crazy because I was driving with no sleep. I was driving no sleep, but.
You know you could have got there a lot quicker if you'd flown.
I know, man. I would always drive. Because when you're 19, I never had a car.
Right.
So now you're going back to the hood with your car.
Oh, yeah. So you wanted people to see the wheel.
Not necessarily, but it's like I can just drive.
Right.
I don't have to go to the flight. I can say, hey, you want to go? Let's go. We out. New York City.
Right.
And I would just go back home, go back to the neighborhood.
Right.
And just like, I need some type of reality.
Right.
To what's happening because I wasn't ready for it.
Right.
Yeah.
When you went back to the hood, because everybody, the thing is what I tell people all the time, even though everybody, hey, everybody's not happy. Even though they had the same opportunity, some of them had the very same opportunities you had to exit that, they chose to stay there. And then they hold that against you that you chose to get out. Oh man, Ron, you acting brand new, you acting different.
Ain't nobody coming to me in my neighborhood. There's not one soul that's gonna come to me. Everybody happy.
You think so?
For sure, because I'm a different breed.
Right.
So in my neighborhood in Queensbridge, if anything you don't like, you get out the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming back home and people just respect it. Like you bypass everything you think about me because I'm here in the flesh.
Right.
Every single time.
Right.
And that's it. And I show love too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
You
never
got a lot. Did you have a lot of boys? You still got guys that you grew up with? You still cool with? You still talk to?
For sure, yeah, for sure. Like, and I don't speak like I don't want to be ignorant, but a lot of my friends are locked up, and
right.
I keep in contact. I try to inspire them. I try to let them know. I'm like, wow, I experienced something different.
Right.
You guys gotta hear these stories.
Right.
Like I'm doing business with these type of guys. I'm
right.
like, you guys could do it. Like that type of stuff.
Right.
that when I look at guys that's in my neighborhood that don't really have a big shot to leave,
right.
I look at them like, I could have been in that situation.
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Easily, because if I go to jail for something, then
it starts a series of events.
Yeah, so I don't feel different.
Right.
I feel like I want to tell you these stories, and I think you guys can make it if you just focus, you know, and if you just don't give up.
Right.
You know, and things like that. So, you know, I got a lot of love in the neighborhood, mainly because of those reasons.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button to become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we always do something before two something.